everyone, welcome to No Spin. Today, I'm going to try to explain some of America's better-known federal agencies that use science to develop policies that ultimately protect, or at least try to protect, citizens, in a rapid 10 minutes or less. Let's start off with the NIH. The NIH, or National Institutes of Health, is an agency of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and is the primary agency of the government responsible for biomedical and health-related research. It is comprised of 27 various institutes and centers like the National Cancer Institute or the National Library of Medicine that conduct research in different disciplines of biomedical science. Its stated mission is to seek fundamental knowledge about the nature and behavior of living systems and the application of that knowledge to enhance health, lengthen life, and reduce illness and disability. Goals of this agency include fostering fundamental creative discoveries, innovative research strategies, developing, maintaining, and renewing scientific, human, and physical resources that will ensure the nation's capability to prevent disease, expanding the knowledge base in medical and associated sciences in order to enhance the nation's economic well-being and ensure a continued high return on the public investment in research, and serving as an example in promoting the highest level of scientific integrity, public accountability, and social responsibility in the conduct of science. We typically spend about $26.4 billion of our budget on the NIH annually. Moving on. The USDA, or United States Department of Agriculture, is the federal department responsible for developing and executing federal laws related to farming, agriculture, forestry, and food. Its goals include meeting the needs of farmers and ranchers, promoting agricultural trade and production, working to assure food safety, protecting natural resources, fostering rural communities, and ending hunger in the U.S. and internationally. It consists of 29 agencies and offices, including the Farm Service Agency, the Agricultural Research Service, and the Forest Service. We typically provide the USDA about $24.6 billion of our budget to invest in rural communities, rural youth, startup farmers and ranchers, nutritional assistance for vulnerable populations, agricultural research, food safety, and natural resources. The EPA, or Environmental Protection Agency, protects human health and the environment by developing and enforcing environmental regulations, giving grants to state environmental programs, nonprofits, educational institutions, etc., studying environmental issues, sponsoring partnerships, teaching the public about issues, and publishing information informing the public of their activities. The EPA manages more than 100 programs that can be broken down into 6 categories: air, pollution prevention, wastes and recycling, toxins and chemicals, water, and pesticides. We typically spend about $479 million on the EPA each year. The CDC, or Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, works to protect America from threats of disease, both foreign and domestic. It fights disease and supports communities and citizens to do the same by monitoring, preventing, and controlling disease outbreaks, implementing disease prevention strategies, and maintaining national health statistics. It also provides health information that protects our nation against expensive and dangerous health threats and responds when these arise. And like the NIH, it's managed by the Department of Health and Human Services. We usually spend about $6.3 billion on it each year. By now, you've probably noticed that I keep talking about how much of our budget goes to these various agencies, and that's for a reason. One large debate is that we spend too much on agencies such as these. In 2016, the U.S. government collected $2.99 trillion in revenue, that is, from taxes, fines, duties, and fees. We then spent $3.54 trillion. In short, we spent more than we collected. So it is indeed logical why some people may want to lessen funding to these agencies, which may seem slightly less important than departments or agencies like the State or Justice Department. And yet another debate has been over if these agencies have even been effective or if their actions are necessary. Recently, the Trump administration has taken actions divesting the White House website any mention of climate change and ordering the EPA to temporarily freeze issuing grants. This has led some scientists to worry that if President Trump starts to reopen questions regarding things like the safeness of vaccines, people will become confused, science will become politicized, and people will lose trust in science. And when people lose trust in science, issues like climate change or getting a vaccination might be neglected. Once neglected, the damage could be very hard to undo. Of course, as of today, which is February 20th, 2017, this has not happened yet. Like I said, it's just some worries a group of scientists have for our nation. It is possible that none of this happens, so let's keep an open mind. And that's all the time we have left for scientific federal agencies. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.